One of my favorite albums of all time for this question or this type of question is there's a Sinatra album that
Sinatra? God
yeah,
damn
I love
it.
He's probably my number. I got a lot of Sinatra, man.
Sinatra, god damn, man.
He's got a record with Carlos Jobim. Sinatra helped usher bossa nova into the United States.
Mm-hmm.
He was like one of the first artists in the United States to be like, hey guys, there's this really cool music happening in Brazil, and
Mm-hmm.
and he worked, this guy Jobim, who's kind of the godfather of bossa nova, they did an album together, and it's just the smoothest. It's a beautiful, beautiful record.
Sinatra, that's like, man. I actually did see a crazy Sinatra documentary about how he was like connected with the mob and all that kind of shit. They was like getting him out of his contracts and all kind of crazy shit. So that's the most I know of Sinatra, man. And he was like, it was crazy like back in the day. They was fucking kidnapping motherfuckers and all type of shit, man. It was like, god damn. Like, cause, I mean, I guess it's kind of shit. Kind of same shit going on now. The motherfucking record labels and shit, they figured out they can fucking put life insurance on motherfuckers and shit. And they was like, oh shit, this nigga starting to fall off. Let's kill this nigga.
I feel like you could I feel like you could remake Straight Outta Compton with the same script and make it Sinatra, and the story wouldn't be that different.
Oh, yeah. Sinatra was on some gangster shit, man. I was like, god damn.
Yeah.
But, all right, so what was your first concert?
Frank Sinatra.
Really?
Yeah.
You saw Frank in the flesh?
I saw him in the flesh, man. Radio City Music Hall, his last run.
How old was he?
I was 15. He was 80, I guess.
Crazy, man.
I saw him the last, like a few days after I saw him, he collapsed, and that was the end of the Radio City Music Hall run, and he never made it up.
Oh, shit.
And he died a couple years later. But I saw Count Basie Orchestra first, opened up, and then Don Rickles came out and shit on the whole audience and Sinatra, made fun of Frank fucking Sinatra.
Shouts out Don Rickles, man.
And then Sinatra came out, man. It was wild, dude.
Just to be still doing that shit at 80 is fucking crazy. Like I always watch documentaries and shit, and I was like, man, it started to make me question religion, because I'm like, this nigga Don King still living? This motherfucker 90-something years old. Like out of all the niggas' money he stole, this nigga ain't dead. Like if anybody should be gone, it should be Don King. Like what the fuck? How is Don King still living? Man, I had to Google that shit. Like Don King still alive? Like goddamn, Mike Tyson. He got Mike Tyson out here going crazy. Like what the fuck is going on?
What was your first concert?
My first concert was Fresh Fest.
What's Fresh Fest?
It was Run DMC,
wow,
LL Cool J.
Wow.
I can't remember who else was on it, but yeah. That was when I was probably like maybe preschool, kindergarten or something. My dad took me. That's when I first realized I wanted to be a rapper.
Wow.
Like I saw that shit and was like, oh shit. My dad said I didn't even watch the concert. I just turned to him because, it was that Pine Knob, which is like a field. I mean, it ain't like a sit down, like a grass type of situation. And we were just sitting down on the grass and shit watching it. And I just turned to him and just started mimicking everything they was doing on stage and just rapping like this fucking little ass kid. Ever since that day, I was like, I'm going to be a rapper.
That's great, man.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I am proud of myself for actually becoming that. It took a long time, but I will say I always got joked on about it. Because imagine you like in the first grade, everybody like, what you want to be when you grow up? All the kids in the class, like, I want to be a basketball player. I'm going to be a football. I stand up and be like, I'm going to be a rapper. They used to fucking joke and laugh at me. It got to the point I'd be like, man, I used to be embarrassed about it. So I actually used to say I wanted to be a comedian when I grow up. That's what I used to say. Instead of saying a rapper, because I didn't want people to laugh at me.
I remember from an early age saying, that was my 8th grade yearbook. They said, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And I said, my quote was, on stage with Public Enemy.
Oh shit.
I thought I was going to really go hard and be a rapper.
Public Enemy with a white boy would have been crazy.
Yeah. Progressive.